Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fish with Matt channel. So today we're back down here again, the River Adur. So yeah, back down here again with our good friend South Coast Angler, and we'll be giving it a go for the old flatfish flounders again. So I came down here last year in the end of December and I had two flounders, a small one and a slightly bigger one. So we're hoping to get a couple more today and hopefully get into the £1 range. So yeah, stick along, enjoy the video, and hopefully we'll get some lovely fish. So we are fishing a slightly different spot than me and Dan have fished before, and this spot is most commonly known as Dog Poo Alley basically. So there's the toll bridge over there, and then on the opposite side we've got the motorway running across the river. So that's a good bit of information on where we are. This is one of the fairly most common spots for people to fish for the flounder. So we got down here and it's about 1 PM now, and low tide is 3 PM. So we got 2 hours of fishing the tide down, and then I'm going to be fishing it all the way up till I think probably about 7 or 8 o'clock. So I've already got one rod out just to make sure that we've got a bait out there while we set up the other two. So we've got a lovely rig made by our good friend Craig from Sea Weights, and we've got also one of his beautiful weights on there as well. I'll show you all the rigs and the bait in a minute. But yeah, happy days, we've got a rod out already. Let's catch some flounder. Here we are then. So I'll quickly show you all the three most beautiful things in my life, other than my girlfriend and my daughter. We've got these amazing 2-hook flappers from Craig at Sea Weights. You can see the little logo there. So he's made these lovely flappers up for me. Got size 3 hooks on these. We've also got these gripper weights that have got no, what are they called? You know, the spiky metal bit sticking off them. And then we've of course got the obligatory £1 of lovely fresh dug ragworm from our good friend George. We asked for the small stuff and he's delivered again, so big shout out to George, big shout out to Craig from Sea Weights and Kojak as well, because he funded these. So yeah, thank you so much Kojak, Craig, and of course our good friend George. So if I said or not, our first rig that we've got out there on that far rod is a 2-hook flapper with size 3 hooks, and we've just put a single medium small ragworm on there. And then on this one we have got, I believe, a 1 up 1 down rig that's clipped, and we've got all the beads and shiny stuff on both hooks as well. We've got 2 slightly smaller ragworm on here, and I think these are size 2 hooks. So we're going to get these chucked out and they'll be our worm baits for today. So we've got a third rod here, lovely job, and we've got a little bit of squid, some sand eels and some mackerel. So I may put a cheeky Joey mackerel out and try catch a river bass. We shall see. Here we go friends, we've got the next episode of You Been Framed. Dan's going to go get some water to put in his bucket. Let's see if he falls over. Go on, Dangler, stack it, lad. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I won't be able to get back up.
Go on, Dangler. We won't be seeing Dangler stack it today, unfortunately. I've noticed there's some stairs over there, so easy to go fill a bucket up with water, so if we catch a flounder, we can keep it in the water for a bit and let it rejuvenate. Here we are then, so let's get this one chucked out as well. It's a windy and cold old day. I think it's probably about 3 or 4 degrees out. Oh dear. No, don't eat the ragworm. Oh dear, here we go. Go on, there you go. Go on. Shoot, go on. Don't want them eating the worms. Right, let's get this cast out then. So I've got a gripper lead on this one. Oh, I left my ratchet on, oh well. I've got the gripper lead on this one just because there's a bit of tide pull out there. So this should hold in the bottom a bit better, but that's closer in than the other one. So we'll see how everything goes. And that's what you got to be careful of down here, is you got people like that walking 4 dogs, and you got your ragworm there, or Dan's ragworm in the tent over there, and these people just don't care. They'll let their dogs run around and eat your ragworm. So just be careful, my friends, just be careful. So if you watched my last video, you'll know that I said that you can get £2 or £3 plus bass in the river. So I've got some Joey mackerel, squid and sand eels from my last session last night. And what I've done, I've cut a Joey mackerel in half, put it on a pulley rig with a 2-0 hook, and we're going to give that a little bash out in the middle of the river and see if we could get a little bass out. That'd be amazing. So yeah, 2 worm baits, 1 fish bait, we'll give it a go. But there are crabs out here, unfortunately, so I imagine we're going to get crabbed pretty quickly. But if a bass can pick that up, happy days. So the idea of the flounder fishing is that you want your rods as low down to the ground / water as you can. And that's to make sure that your baits are laying on the floor, because that's where the flounders are most likely going to be taking the bait. So as you can see, we've got the 2 lower rods here and here, and I've got the other one with the big bait up there with it's just normal position. Haven't had any bites or anything yet, I don't think. Dan said we might have had a bite on the big bait, but I watched in, didn't see much, so I'll get back to you with hopefully the first flounder of the day. Fingers crossed at some point I'm going to get better at putting that up, because that was an absolute nightmare. Oh, and it's already fallen over. Need to get some more stones. I've left my pegs at home. I didn't know I'd need them, so I just left them at home, but there you go. Snooze you lose. Tent's up, let's quickly get it set up before it blows away. Here we are then. Who's done it then? Who's done it? Dane's done it. So he's got his little flounder in here rejuvenating. 30 centimetre he said it went. We'll see if we can get him out a little bit. Come on, Mr. Fishy. Lively fishy, here he is. So Dan's had his first flounder, getting a bit of a slack line. We've been refreshing our baits, so hopefully we'll get one soon. Gonna check that joey mackerel and probably put a bigger ragworm bait out. But we'll see, my friends, we'll see. Last time I was down here, I had my decent sized flounder on a 2.0 with some big rag. So we're gonna do that instead of the joey mackerel. So I brought that in and it was basically untouched. So I said that low tide was 3 o'clock, and that is true, but that's for the entrance of the actual river. So for where we are up here, it's going to be a little bit later, so it might be closer to 4 o'clock to be fair. So as you can see, the water is still going out, and it's 3:30 now. So we should be getting into a good bit of flounder fishing now, and hopefully we'll be able to get one in soon for you guys. I'm truly going to be really gutted if Dan's catching them all and I don't get any today. I know I had some a couple of weeks ago, but if I go home empty-handed, it's going to be very, very gutting. But yeah, I'll bring you back with the fish next, hopefully, my friends. Here we are. We're getting a bite, everybody, on the big 2.0 bait. Dangler came over and brought a bit of luck. So I've cast one rod all the way out to the far right over there. And then, yeah, this big bait, which is the rod with the eyes facing down with a 2.0 and 2 big ragworms, and getting some hits on it. So hopefully we can bring in another decent sized one like last time. Be nice to catch my first fish as well, eh? Get the spirits up, a bit of warmth. Here we go, friends. We're reeling it in, and we got something flapping. Yes! Oh, baby! So that's what we're here for. Let's go, Dangler. Squeezing up. We won't bring them up in the air. We'll keep them on the floor if we can, because we don't want to damage the fish. But there we go, we got a flounder. Shout out to Dangler for holding the camera for me. He's not even that big. Not even that big, and that's a 2.0 hook. So, yeah, people say you need small hooks for the flounder. We'll get him unhooked and show you what we're all about. Happy days. I'm sure you all know how much this means to me. We've been down here since, what, 1 and it's 4 now, so it's been 3 hours of me not catching anything, just getting cold with no adrenaline. And then we get the taps when Dan comes over and we catch the lovely fish. So yeah, that was my 2.0, so we'll get the hook taken out gently and we'll give him a show. But that's really fat flounder for the size of it, so I'll give you a show. Very nice, happy days. Now then, friends, this is no reason to brag about, but it's what we came down here for, the elusive flounder. And Dangler said these are quite rare. The one that I've caught, it's got its gill on the left hand side. I've never heard of that, but that's what Dan said. So yeah, it weighed, didn't weigh it actually, it measured 29 centimetres, which is my second biggest one, and also it's my first of the year because I was fishing in December last year. But there you go, we're going to put this in Dangler's bucket because he's already got 2 in there, and we're going to release them all at the end. He says it's fine doing that because he used to do that in matches as a kid. But yes, we got a flounder, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, sweet as a nut. Happy days. Lovely job. Number 1, everybody. These tips look absolutely insane with that tape on there. The old Mighty Bright stuff. If anyone knows who owns the Mighty Bright company, see if you can get them in touch with me, because I'd like to cover my entire rods from tip to toe with Mighty Bright. That'd be sick. But yeah, we're going to change up the strategy a little bit. We've got some squid, joey, and a big mackerel from, as I said, yesterday's session. And what I've done down there on the bag is I've stripped up the squid into little tiny strips. You can see just like that one there. Bit difficult, but we're going to tip our ragworm now, as it's gone about 5 o'clock now, and it appears that the tide is still going out. It's still going that way. Whether that's just the wind or not, I don't know, but it does look like it's still going out. And Dan's thoroughly confused as well. But yeah, giving it the best go. Might be getting a bite on that one, but I need to check through the baits and we'll put some squid on the tips. There we go. So I've left the old ragworm on there, threaded the new smaller one on, and we've got a strip of squid that will flap around as well. So fingers crossed this will work. Lovely job. Well, my friends, it is currently 10 to 7, and well, it's been another difficult session down the Adur. I'm currently doing worse than what happened last time. I've only had 1 instead of the 2, and Dangler's had 3. We're being a bit superstitious. We've lowered the rods literally so far down now, and Dan's done the same thing. But one of the weird things is as I said, it's 10 to 7 now, and the water has just barely come up at all, if any. It is crazy. I don't understand. Me and Dangler are both stumped. Low tide was 3 o'clock, and it still looks like it's low tide now 3 hours later. So who knows what's going on. But fingers crossed at some point the tide will start to come in, and hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of fishies just to end the session off. Well, here we go. We've got a triumphant pile of Dangler's day. One of these is mine. Probably that top one up there. He had a really tiny one down there, so he's going to get these chucked back. But Dan's had 5 so far, and I've had just the 1. Well, now that Dan's just put them all back, maybe I can actually get into one. He's emptied the entire river, so we'll see. Yeah, here we go, everybody. I'm just flabbergasted by today, really. Dan's had, I think, 6 by now. Is it 6? Yeah. 6. And I've just had my second one. I was about to pack away, really, because it's about 8:30 now, so we're going to be heading home about 9. But I've just caught my second flounder on the 2.0 again. I can't believe it. He's taking the hook in as well. He's not a massive one, but he's quite chunky. But yeah, on a pulley rig with a 2.0 hook, I've caught 3 flounders of my 4. 3 of my 4 flounders on a 2.0 hook on a pulley, eh? Oh dear. Right then, we got Dr. Dan here, because I'm not the best at doing this.
Dr. Dangler.
Dr. Dangler.
Full of row.
Is she? Oh, lovely job. There you go. So we got the flounder here.
Do you know what's weird?
What's that?
All of your flounders have had the gills on the left-hand side. Mine have had them on the right.
Really? Crazy.
Maybe the left-hand side ones go for the pulleys.
So yeah, he's feeding the forceps through the gill and out the mouth. He's grabbing the line with the forceps when he put it out of the mouth, and he's pulling the hook out and back through the gill.
Carefully.
Yeah, you've got to be really careful with these flatfish, because they're very delicate. With a 2.0, it's not the best of fun, to be fair. That's why I'm letting Dan do it. So you pull it through the gill, the hook, and then once he's done that,
hopefully. There it is.
there you go, he's got it
Jesus.
out. Big hook for a small fish, and you push it back through the mouth and it should pull out.
As he says.
Well, there you go. So Dan's quite good at that, and the fish isn't bleeding at all, so he's done a good job. Fair play to him. Look at that, clean belly and clean back. There you go. Fair play to Dangler. There you go, Dr. Dangler. Ooh. Happy days. And here we go, we got it on Dan's measuring stick, and it's 31 centimetres. I'll give it a quick weigh, because why not? But I think that one that I had in December was a little bit bigger than this one. Happy days though. Oh, I don't know what to say, to be honest. I don't know why my fish are coming in on 2.0 hooks, but there you go. Let's get this one back. It was 0.9 pounds or 9 ounces. So, not bad. That's taken a lot of stress off my shoulders, because obviously Dan's been catching so many. But there you go. Let's get her back. Gone, just like that, eh? Maybe I should have lowered it down and let it go away. But there you go. Happy days. We've had 2 at least. You wouldn't believe it, everyone. So I'm on my last cast. I just brought in the 2-hook flapper, because I haven't had anything on that at all today. And I knocked this rod. I thought I had a bite, but I did knock it. And then I just turned around and we had a decent pull down on that one, which is obviously the 2.0 panel pulley rig, sorry. So it's crazy. I don't know what's going on, why they're taking the pulley rather than the smaller ones, but we had a good whack on it, so potentially we'll have a third flounder. Right then everybody, so that wraps up the video. Unfortunately that bite did come to nothing. I had too many worms on the hook and too little time to leave it there. So that's it. So to be honest, if I didn't get that second fish, I would have been pretty upset and beat up about the session. But that's made me want to come back again at some point. So I reckon I'm going to use pulley rigs next time I come down here, which is a bit of a weird one really, but I might give it a go with 1.0 hooks and maybe size 1 hooks, we shall see. But it's definitely really interesting. They are coming in on the pulley ones and on a 2.0 hook. But yeah, so unfortunately that last fish didn't come in, but I reckon that would have been another flounder. But hey ho. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up and drop a sub. I really appreciate it, everybody. And yeah. See.